Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, not yet. Might as well stay here. I knew I messed up something. This bit and okay. That's what I needed to say. And with that little snuffer. Hello, good morning, Treshima Mekleci. I'm here. Sunday morning. Nice and sunny today, actually. Although I am a bit not feeling that mood outside, this week has been rough. And there's more to come where that came from. Anyway, as you can see, the title is Decided Ration. We do 204 menu 16 chicken noodles, but I have more than just one pack up here. Just a little bit of trivia to start off easily this stream. How can you tell the year the ration came from? Obviously from the date code, and this one's got those two actually. They have it printed on the back. 4, 3 to 5. 4 is the first digit is the last digit of the year the ration was packed in, and then the rest of it is the day in that year. So these are somewhere in the autumn, somewhere in November, I say 204. This one, because at some point it stopped just stamping the date, instead embossing it in the seal. It's again 34322. So again, Novemberish of a year ending in 4. This one is from 2014 though. And how can you tell that? One, obviously using sources, you can check what menus were available in what year of production, because the menus are rotating. There are some that are constant, pretty much constant, going through over a decade or more. Some are only for a year or two. But one more hint. If you can't check any source and used to get the rations from 4 year, this is like the old pack design. It's not the first. There was one that's even more just plain text. But this design changed in 2008 to this. It's actually like 3 different graphics on it. There were 5 or 6 in the testing, and then they landed on 3, I think. Different designs. Sorry guys. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the different bug designs, but they're all more graphic. If you get something like this sort of bag with menu number here, it's pre 2008, and then even before that it was just plain text, just kind of like running down the back. If I get one from that time, I will show you. It's not very probable though, because these older rations are harder to get. Anyway, this was my choice for today, and eventually I landed on this one, chicken with noodles, even though the noodles gave me a little bit of a pause, because as you can imagine, all sorts of pasta in these rations, even if fresh, are overcooked and mushy. So 18-year-old, I'm going to call it 18-year-old because it's from the end of 20, um, from 24 to 04, 2004. Yeah, it's probably going to be just plain mush. But these two, as far as I checked on MREinfo.com, which is my main source of information for this sort of stuff, those both contain jalapeno cheese spread, and I really don't feel like having spicy cheese today. Just no, just no. Maybe some other time. I mean, definitely some other time. We'll get to that eventually, but yeah. So those two go aside, with your lesson being done on the difference in packages. um, 2016 production date, so 325th day of 2004. PwC, let's see if we can open it like that. Oh yeah, it feels very easily. That's it in the pack. And off the top we got some crackers. I got a spoon, unchanged ever since then. Got a FRH. I will probably try to use it. It might not even start, but we'll see. There's an accessory pack A. And we probably won't have coffee. Let's see about that. Ooh, that's nice. Cocoa beverage powder. So if we won't have coffee, we'll have hot or cold cocoa. It gives you option to mix it both ways. Okay, we'll see about that. And then we got M&M's. Peanut M&M's. Ooh, nice. That's my favorite. I think if I were to choose my favorite M&M's, it would be peanut butter ones, but peanut are nice too. Yeah. As you can imagine, these are way past best before expiration date. I got some peanut butter to go with the crackers. Salty snack, so pretzels. See if they stay or not. And then again, boxes. One more hint as to the age of these ration. But then again, the ingredients list compared to today is quite shorter. Water, cooked chicken, noodles, and then we get some extra vitamins and minerals. Carrots, green beans, mushroom, chicken broth, onion slurry. Looks good. Not much in terms of preservatives, so we'll see how well that's kept. But if you want to read the nutrition information, here it comes. Funnily enough, it seems like 220 calories is about constant for mains. Because I remember last time we had, I believe it was beef stew or something like that. It was around the same number too. So even though the mains change, the size change, the energy distribution between them is pretty constant. Either that's a lot of very advanced math or a lot of very advanced bullshit. And then we got applesauce with raspberry puree. Knew I should have went with the other one. One of the other two got a wet fruit pack. And sometimes that means fruit mix in a syrup, fruit cocktail in syrup. and you can imagine fruit just getting dark with age. This will get darker. This fresh, it would have lovely reddish, maybe slightly brownish, but mostly reddish color. 18 years old applesauce raspberry puree is going to be brown and dark, especially. Oh, okay. So ingredients: applesauce, raspberry puree, and other natural flavors. Apples, high fructose corn syrup, water, raspberry puree, and other natural flavors. Red fruity color added, and ascorbic acid. If you can, it's a bit faint printing, but you can check that. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Let's check the accessory pack. One more bottle of Tabasco to my never used collection, but you can see that Tabasco is still liquid inside. It didn't dry, so that means that this ration was kept in quite good condition, which obviously gives us good hopes for this being edible. And we got matches, cinnamon chewing gum, cream and non-dairy dry, corn syrup solids, vegetable oils and stuff. Moist towelette, obviously. Some TP that can develop the napkin. Iodized salt. 4 grams of sugar. And taste's choice. And this is why I said we probably won't have coffee today, since this coffee usually doesn't. Historically, if you look through all the reviews on YouTube, this really didn't survive well. We'll see how it goes. Sorry, got a little bit of simple still. But yeah, and given that coffee might not be drinkable, I will make the cocoa hot because I do want something warm to drink this morning. Before that, let's start with putting the main in the FRH. We'll see if it starts. We'll give it a little bit of a kick with salt, and then if you remember from last week, I saved the installation pouches from that Chinese or Guinean ration, and I will put the FRH in here to if it produces heat, I want to give it the best chance possible of actually warming this up. I could do it the way we did it before, chucking the pouch into a kettle and warming it up that way, but I can't be bothered today, let's be honest. It feels very soft inside. Can't really say I feel any pieces of chicken. It's all very saucy. Yes, I know that's not what the word means, but it is saucy. This is my water bottle, and given the age of the heater, I'm not even going to try and start it without the extra salt. Salt. Iodized salt contains salt, sodium silica aluminate. So I guess to keep the salt not clumped. Dextrose, which is a sugar, which is a Y, and then potassium iodide. Like, I never read that before, so that's interesting bit of knowledge to be acquired this morning. Come on, open up. I think I didn't open it up properly enough. this should do. Okay, there we go. There we go. So as I said, we're going to add some salt in to kickstart the process. A little bit of water. And that's probably too much, or maybe not. Fold it. Get the water to all the little parts of this pad. There is some noises happening, so something is working. Let's put this in here. You can hear the reaction going. But I can't feel much warmth being produced, so we'll see if there's anything at all. And then it says to prop it on a rock or something. Okay, whatever it may reach will be our rock or something. It's too small. It won't work. Okay, it's kind of working. There's some heat inside, so this will be good enough. Now, as I said, Taster's Choice or Taster's Choice coffee usually doesn't survive time well enough. Would you look at that? Okay. Oh, I still make coffee in this. So, what often happens is there's some kind of either dry mold or other happenings. There's some weird bits in here, but it still looks better than some stuff I had in the past. This mostly just looks like crushed, like if you crush those little pellets. So I will be having that. I will be having that, ladies and gentlemen. Sugar, because coffee needs to be sweet. There's enough bitter in our lives already. This sugar is just pure sugar. Do we have the creamer? So 0.4 or in advantage is acetic casein without milk solids. There's less chance of it going bad. On the other hand, I'm just not sure how fond I am of the non-dairy ones, of vegetable oils based fake dairy items. Looks and smells good, so life's too short. I might be shortening it again, but life's too short. Okay, let's flip it maybe just the. It's giving quite some sweet heat, you know. Let's do it like that. So the other side of the pouch will get some warmth too. And as I said, we'll be having our cocoa hot. 6 fluid ounces. for cold cocoa, if you want it, it says to mix contents with about 1 fluid ounce of water to make a smooth paste, and then add remainder of cold water and stir and blend it. But we'll be having it hot or warm, depending on how hot the water in the kettle is. I put it on when I started the can. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Perfectly powdery still. Okay, let me retrieve my kettle. Might need to top it up in a bit. For now, let's give it a stir. It's looking quite nice. And then, yeah, the FRH went pretty quiet there. There's still some action, but not much. So we'll see if the chicken will be warm or just tepid. I know words. I know English words. So you could have used the trick they suggest for cold cocoa as well here. Start with a little bit of water and then top it up. Kind of hard to mix it in now. And of course I got spillage happening, so that's why they give you a nice big roll of toilet paper to, you know, clean up your messes. Let's put it on here for now. And of course I forgot to grab a tray. There it is, my trusty tray. Do we need these slots for the drinks? Maybe, probably, I don't know, we'll see about that. Let's put you to the side. Oh, it's actually quite warm in there. Okay, that might work actually, you know. That might work. Okay, the drinks. Oh, there's a lot of undissolved cocoa as well on the spoon still. I don't like it. Okay, pretzels, our salty snack. Smells a bit of, a tiny little bit of white pretzel sticks. And weirdly enough, sorry about that bit of unintended ASMR. Funnily enough, there's no oxygen absorber in this pack, so they might be stale. They might be mighty stale. And for our sweet snack, we got M&Ms, peanut M&Ms. Let's put them together. I promise that's the end of big loud noises. And those look quite so good actually, even the blue ones. Yeah, okay, applesauce, let's get to it. I am getting quite hungry actually. Yes, the box is just glued together. I could just open my fingers, but that is when fingers don't work as intended. So you need a little bit of help. Okay, another bit of trivia. Nutrition, a force multiplier, vitamin and mineral fortification. The table below shows fortified MRE components. The X shows which vitamins and minerals have been added to a specific component. These components should always be eaten. So if you're curious, I have a little bit of drawings. So let's say we got hot cocoa, and cocoa will give us extra load of vitamins A, C, B1 and B6. Same for peanut butter. And then crackers covers for all the other stuff like B1, B2, niacin and calcium. And of course extra vitamin C in applesauce with raspberry puree. Moment of truth. As I said, I have an inkling how this will look like. Quite possibly very brown and unappetizing. So if you're eating, keep that in mind. Also, I could have put that into FRH, have it as a warm snack. That would be, if it was fresh, warm applesauce would be a lovely, lovely snack. The way it is now, okay, kidding me? You're fucking kidding me? Like, okay, it is dark, a bit darker than okay, don't do that, Adi, please. Let's open it up completely so I don't drop it back into the pouch. Yes, it is. This is a bit darker than plain fresh applesauce. But given that this got raspberries added, raspberry puree, this is a very acceptable color to be said. I know it looks probably a bit darker on cam. Let's see if a little bit of a close-up would help that. Maybe not, probably not, but you have to trust me. Especially in the pouch on a brighter, yeah, I can see that, I can see it now. It's a very, very nice color actually. I was afraid it would be way darker. Which also wouldn't necessarily mean spoiled, just that a little bit of oxidation happened. You can see my mark here. Okay, so we get crackers and see if we can get you a nice hiss. Oh yeah, that's a proper hiss. Which means the vacuum seal held, and this will be perfectly nice crackers, even though a bit broken. Okay, there you go. There you go, nice crackers, and then peanut butter, fortified peanut butter. With extra salt, vitamin C, vitamin A for your eyes, vitamin B6 and B1. And it feels very nice. You always want to knead it in case fat separates from solids. But remember, 2004 production date, so this is 18-year-old package. Even as you keep kneading it, there's no delamination happening to the pouch, which sometimes can happen. So yeah, I think I like this seller very much. I got both of those 2004 rations on charity auction. But it seems the seller was keeping them in a quite solid condition, because what I'm seeing here is a ration very well preserved. And even the peanut butter, you can see the color of it is just splendid. puppy peanut butter. Okay, here, of course we got moist towelettes, chewing gum, matches. There's my spoon. Let me lick it clean. Oh no 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 no! Cocoa, a bit powdery, but okay. That's my spoon. This is a moment of truth. Okay, we also get the Tabasco. I won't be using Tabasco. I'm just not a fan of vinegary sauces. I do like some heat in my food, but not vinegar. Okay. So the pouch feels. You can see I can easily handle that. It's not as hot as the pouch we had last week. They're very easy to handle. Some warmth got into it, not much though. So okay. Oh yeah. If Zita was here, she'd call it me having cat food. Again, that's always cat food. Though if it was a cat food, it would be on the higher quality one because you can see the muscle strands of chicken. So it's not like very severely processed one that's been blended and formed into chunks. You can actually see bits of chicken, which is nice. And that's I believe 8-ounce portion, about 227 gram pack. Obviously, okay, I will give you a close up, but it doesn't look appetizing at all. Let's do it like this. So you can easily see the bits of chicken in there, the green beans, carrots, mushroom, and the noodles. Thank God there's not a lot of noodles. My guess is there was quite a bit more of liquid originally, and just over time noodles and veggies and chicken just soaked it in. Okay, I'm going to start with something safe because this does. I should probably try to make some warmish, but it won't change much, I think. So, cheers. Oh yeah. Perfectly fresh, crunchy crackers with almost a little bit extra flavor compared to current ones. You can see they even got a little bit of browning, so they bake nicely. Yummy. Like obviously it's got its issues. It makes you want to drink, but a perfect snack to have your coffee as you wait for the main to reheat. It's kind of down and forget it coffee. Almost too dark for me, I think. I'll get some sugar on hand, so I'll probably add a little bit more. and hope it dissolves and makes it more fitted to my palate. Yeah, we're having great snacks first. Life's careful there. Life's too short to start with this. So pretzel sticks. Oh. Huh. Color me pleasantly surprised. With the lack of oxygen absorber in the pack, you'd imagine these will go stale, rancid. There's a little bit of off flavor to them. And I can't tell if it's from the age or if it's all the additives they put in them. But yeah, they're not bad. Very nice. Okay. I'll give it a stir later because my spoon is all in chicken. Okay, let's do the green one. Peanut M&M. Super crunchy. Like if I gave that to you without saying anything, you think I'm back from the store. So far this pack is a testament to storing conditions. That the right storing conditions can extend MRE shelf life quite a bit, because I remember intended shelf life is at minimum 3 years, I believe up to 5, and at 5-year mark they got decommissioned. This is 18 and going. So okay. Okay. So you know how I usually don't have problems with unappetizing food. Today, this might be pushing it for me. Especially with the carrots, I'm just not fond of them like that in my food. Get a focus, please, Mr. Camera. I think that'll be a no from me. Chicken is dry, stringy, and chewy. The remnants of the sauce, if there ever was one, it's pretty much just some watery substance. To try just a little bit of just the noodles. They're not mushy. They do have a weird texture though. So given how well all the other components survived, I like to think this isn't a case of aging, but yeah, green beans are cooked into death. There's nothing to bite through. They're also quite peppery in flavor, and I did not expect them to be that peppery. Salt, spices, garlic powder. Yeah, this is one where I can't tell. It doesn't smell bad, doesn't taste bad, but there is some sort of sensation in my mouth right now. It can be just regular spicing that I'm not expecting. But my mouth is not happy with it, okay? Hello, I remember you. Am I seeing a familiar face in chat? I completely forgot your name though, so please forgive me. Spartan, okay, I will keep that in mind. Dear Spartan, hello. Yeah, as I said, the flavor, this weird mouth sensation, means it's not worth risking it. It might be perfectly safe. I might be back to it after a couple of hours. We'll see. It's possible I'll put it in a pot, heat it very thoroughly, and add some sauces to change the flavor. But at this point, the flavor is just off enough that it's not worth risking it. I will probably, what I will do as well, is check some reviews of other people, see how they describe the flavor. So that will give me a hint of. I don't think it's gone bad, but there's something something's not right. If nothing else though, snacks are perfect. So let's try the food part of this ration. So I'm a bit more worried about. So applesauce with raspberry puree. Okay, smell. Put in coffee. If you mean this, it's applesauce with raspberry puree. Smells of raspberries, which is good. Doesn't have one thing I would be worried after years with this would be fermentation, and with the sugar content stuff, this would turn alcoholic if that happened. Cup on my left, this is hot cocoa. Unless you mean my other left. Camera makes it confusing. And there's coffee and there's hot cocoa. And the applesauce is quite nice. A bit tangy, but the way tangy or tart that raspberries are, you can definitely taste raspberries. There's the texture of applesauce. Okay, I guess that's my breakfast today. It's funny how I was most worried about the fruit portion ration, and it turns out to be one of the yummy parts of it. Top marks, and for the age, doesn't show. 2 thumbs up. Okay, so let's see about this hot cocoa. It feels like there's a lot of undissolved powder in it still. Um, but it did say 6 ounces or 180 mils. Mm. um, yeah, hot cocoa. Not hot chocolate, but hot cocoa. Nice, kind of Nesquik tasty, but there's it's like the cocoa powder didn't dissolve fully, and it just sticks to your lips. Okay, one more sip, and what we can do with it is almond mocha. Maybe I should have done it from the beginning. Oh, that is nice. I do like that. I do like that. I like it quite a lot, and I like it quite a lot more than this. This is just. Mm-mm. And on the paper, the idea of this ration is nice. You got chicken, you got noodles, you got all sorts of veggies in it, like a proper mix of veggies. There's, I believe we got dehydrated celery and red bell pepper, which I can see in this mix. Yes, I'm digging for the, see, there is a bit of celery. Yeah, no focus. So you can clearly identify the bits: the mushroom, the green, green beans, carrot, and chicken is chicken, but it just doesn't work. Much as I want to enjoy it, this is just sad. On the other hand, although if you remember that the MRE pack is about 3000 calories, your main being about 220, so about a sixth of that. Yes, it does help to keep the whole pack nutritionally balanced. But if for some reason you were forced to drop this, you still have quite a solid bit of nutrition and balance too. I remember peanut butter is a great source of protein. Then you get to sugars and stuff, and it's all fortified with vitamins, so you're not losing out on those completely. So technically, I wouldn't be too in a too bad position if I had to skip that. And that being said, if I were in the field, I'd probably just swallow it anyway. Being kind of a survivor situation stuff, but yeah, just yeah. I keep to the fun part today. Um, so yeah, I guess that would be it for today. You asked what country. This was a look into American MRE from 2004. So 18-year-old food again. It's becoming a bit of a theme, I think, on this channel. Expired food. Very, very well kept though, very well preserved. Everything beside the main was quite nice and delicious, and actually without a tray, almost without a trace of aging, I must say. Perfectly crispy and crunchy crackers and pretzel sticks. Definitely expired, but still delicious. M&Ms. Then there's the raspberry applesauce. Top marks for that. We forget about the main. If I decide to go back to it, I will let you know on my Twitter, so you can have a look there. Yeah, all in all, especially given this was, as I said, acquired in a charity auction, I say this was a good buy. I have no regrets over this. Um, it might not be my favorite meal. Even if the main was fresh, I don't think that's the main I would go for. But it's solid enough, I must say, and it's got nice combo of sweet and salty sides, so you don't get overloaded on one of them. Yeah, make decision for yourself if you see one of these on the shelf somewhere, if you want to try it or not. That's it for today. Thank you for joining me, whether you are lurking or if you joined the chat. Uh, there won't be a stream next week. There's There will be if you play Pokemon Go, there will be an event going on, a global portion of the Holland tour. So that's what I will be doing next week, my friend. Um, in 2 weeks, we'll see. We'll probably get into something a bit fresher. I have my limits too. Okay. Okay. So thanks for today. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Adi out. Bye bye.